Torpedo back again with the second part of my Blu Ray update that I started 2-3 months ago, or whenever it was. Sorry for the delay, but I'm going to go ahead and cut these preambles short and just go ahead and jump into this. First up, we have The Dark Knight. Everybody pretty much owns this by now. Everybody knows about it. One of the best comic book based films ever made. One of the best films of 2008, period. So it's the Blu Ray edition. And next up, we got funny Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly movie called Step Brothers. Don't know really why I got this on Blu-ray. I just felt like I needed to the day it came out. I don't know why, but it's very funny. But it's got a lot of stupid humor in it. It includes both the theatrical and extended versions. So it's got a lot of special features, which is kind of nice. Disc 1, Disc 2. Very funny movie. If you're into these guys' humor, but I think they're very funny, so it's one I had to pick up. And the next two we have The Grindhouse, Planet Terror, and Death Proof on Blu-ray. Two movies I definitely wanted to see in high def. And they include some of the pseudo trailers, the fake trailers. But not all of them, which I'm still disappointed in. I'm still waiting for them to come out with like a package with both movies and all the trailers, because that was part of the experience as far as seeing them in the theater. And I did see them in the theater. It was actually one of the best movie-going experiences of my life. I actually wanted to go see it again, but I had to work. But yeah, those are highly recommended for people that haven't seen those. Next up, we have Dodgeball, just a movie that I thought was very funny that I felt like picking up on Blu-ray. I didn't pay $29.99. It was like $22, something like that. And next up, we have Afro Samurai. It's an anime voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. It's very well made. The animation is incredible looking. And I'm not really an anime guy, but I had to pick this up based on the previews that I had seen of it. And I had the standard edition of this, but I wanted to see it in high def, so I know there's a movie out too. I'll get around to watching that one day, but that's Afro Samurai Season 1 Director's Cut on Blu. Excuse me. And next up we have Lost Season 4. Lost is actually one of my favorite TV shows of all time, and it's probably my favorite TV show that's still on air right now. This is Season 4. At first I didn't like it the first time I went through this season and watched it, but then I watched it again on Blu, kind of understood more what was going on and appreciated it more. Season 5 is actually pretty good. Season 5 is going on right now. It's actually very good, tying up a lot of the loose ends and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely one of the great shows I've ever seen. I've got all the other seasons on the standard DVD so far. Next up, we have The Sopranos Season 6 Part 2. This was on sale for $35. It's normally like $70 or some ridiculous shit like that. So I just picked this up. Of course, I have all the other seasons of Sopranos, which is probably, I want to say it's my favorite show of all time, but I haven't seen all of The Wire yet, which I keep hearing is the best show ever made. I've got Season 1, but I need to go through that. But as of right now, I think The Sopranos is probably my favorite show ever. And this is the Blu-ray edition. I'll go ahead and open up and show you some of the discs. Pretty standard as far as the packaging. It's the same as the normal packaging, just Blu-ray discs. So nothing too extravagant. And then we got Heroes Season 1, which is excellent. And Heroes Season 2, which kind of fell off. Part of that was due to the writer's strike. But, yeah, one of my favorite shows. I mean, it's not, my liking for it's kind of waned in the third season, because, I mean, the third season started off really good, and it just kind of turned into a clusterfuck towards the middle. I really liked that first episode of the third season where, I'm about to say some spoilers, Siler finally finds Claire and takes her ability, so he's pretty much invincible now. So that's not really that fun. If you're invincible and shit, nobody can kill you. But I always liked Sylar as a character, but he's kind of getting on my nerves now. But anyway, Hero Season 1, Season 2. Season 1's excellent. Season 2's kind of meh. Season 3, I don't know how I felt about that. But I'll definitely be purchasing that when it comes out. Anyway, and then we got some standard DVDs I'm going to show you real quick. Family Guy, Volume 2, which is Season 3, and then Volume 3, which I assume is Season 4. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start purchasing all the Family Guys because I think it's an incredible show. Very funny. And then I picked up The Real Ghostbusters Volume 1. I know they have that whole set available on Time Life, but I really don't like ordering online. Kind of paranoid about that, so I just figured since they're releasing these in volumes in separate seasons or whatever, I'll go ahead and just do that since they're available in stores. Anyway, this is it's a steelbook. It's got 5 discs. Little booklet. It's the 5th disc. But yeah, I was really excited when they announced that they were going to release those because it's probably my favorite cartoon of all time. And next up we have Party Monster, and this is a movie I've been looking for a little while. It's out of print, pretty hard to find. I found this at FYE for like $8, and I was kind of skeptical on buying it because I'd never seen this version of the cover before, and it just looked bootleggy as fuck. Like somebody photoshopped this cover and threw it together, but it's former Blockbuster rental, it looks like, so I don't know. I hope it's at least decent quality if it is bootleg. Who knows if this even did come from Blockbuster, actually. Somebody could have had a Blockbuster case and just thrown it in there or some shit, but I'm going to assume it's from Blockbuster, so anyway, this is one I've been looking for a while. I'm glad I actually found it. Don't know what it's about. I haven't watched it yet. Next up we got Howard the Duck, one that's a movie that a lot of people have been wanting to see on DVD for a while, and finally came out in the past few months. I've seen pieces of it. I had some of the comic books when I was growing up, but I don't remember much of what I actually saw of it. From what I heard, people that actually watched the whole thing is pretty bad, but I figured why not? It's a cult classic. I might as well pick it up. Some little bonus features on here. Look back at Howard the Duck, releasing the duck, like the public's initial reaction. And just some little bullshit ass features on there after that. But yeah, Howard the Duck. And we got Bully. I'm the director of kids. Larry Clark, I think is his name. Yeah, this is a very graphic, very controversial film about these kids that plot to kill this bully, played by Nick Stahl, who's picking on his so-called best friend, Marty, played by Brad Renfro. Pretty graphic, pretty shocking as far as like the whole death scene and just how they go about it. The most shocking part to me wasn't exactly the killing, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't condone that shit, but just the fact that their plan had so many holes in it, and they would sit outside, their parents' houses and like scream at the top of their lungs about how they were going to kill somebody. It's just fucking stupid on their part. But I mean, what do you expect? Which this one comes highly recommended if you want to see something graphic and very I don't know. If you like kids, definitely want to check this one out. And this one I picked up used at Everyday Music. It's the Japanese version of Kill Bill Volume 1. I only picked this up because I thought it was uncut, and I haven't really watched it yet. I've seen both the movies, obviously, and I've been bitching and crying about how they don't release them uncut here in the States. So I just picked this up just because I figured I'd never see it in a store again, and I figured it was uncut, but who knows, I'll probably get rid of this and just get those box sets that they have out. And I picked this up, I think Retro or Extra the Mutilator, recommended this, Boy and His Dog, science fiction. It's a science fiction type deal. Don't really know what it's about, but it looks really interesting. Sorry I haven't watched a lot of these, but strapped for time. Anybody who's seen this, let me know how it is. And then we got The Big Birdcage, Roger Corman classic, starring Pam Grier. I picked it up for a pretty good price at FYE for $6.99. It looks trashy as hell. Plus it's got Pam Grier, so I figured you really can't go wrong with that. And I heard it's a pretty rare movie. On top of all that, running out of time. I got another one to show, but I'll show it at the beginning of the horror DVD updates that I'm going to be doing here pretty soon. So, till then, peace.